People don't know what kind of superpower, mind control, mind manipulation you have, but they've seen some weird things happen that they can't explain to other people while they're around you. They also feel like you know how to distort time or shift time because there's been like moments where time has slowed down so much when people are around you that they can see the elements move. Just like how in Spider-Man he gets into that fight with that bully and all of the movements are just super slowed down. It's kind of like that. People have been around you and they've seen things distort. They've seen like time distort, the elements. They feel like you know how to affect the universe in some major way. They're also scared of you cuz they don't know what the F you are, but they know you're not like anybody else that they've ever met. They feel super seen and exposed in your presence. Like if all the eyes in the world could look at you, that's how you make people feel like you're looking through the lens of God. They also can't really look at you in the eyes. Like people can't hold deep eye contact with you for very long because it scares them. Because then they start to see things that they don't really understand. They also know that your intuition is the strongest they've ever seen. You call them when you can feel a shift when something's wrong. You can pick up on their inner thoughts. Like you start talking about the subjects that they're thinking about while in communication with them. And certain warnings that seem outlandish is like completely on point, and they don't see this until hindsight. People feel like you are governed by the universe, that you're not a regular human being. They feel like the things that you're capable of now may have cost you your life in the past life, and they feel like there's a bounty on your head because you're like an alien. You're something that has never been classified before. You're a species that hasn't really been seen in close proximity. So anyone with this type of capabilities is not only dangerous in their eyes, but in their eyes, it's like you're also in danger, but not really because you can see them coming from miles away. With the Seven of Cups, there's a lot of like confusion that people feel when they're around you. They know that you hold your own throne. They see you as somebody who's like a CEO, has a franchise, has it's like you run and govern yourself. There's no one above you. Even if you have a boss, that doesn't even mean anything at all. People know that you're capable, you're stable, you can provide. If you really needed to, you could provide. And with the Wheel of Fortune, you bring major shifts and changes in their life. Ever since people met you, their life has never been the same. It's like there was drastic shifts and changes as soon as they met you, and they feel like you triggered that because my life was completely different until I met you. Certain people feel like they even go through like timeline shifts or they quantum jump when they're around you because they go back to certain environments or places that are familiar, and all of a sudden it seems foreign, or there's like a foreign energy that they feel when they're around you that they've never felt around anybody else. So people sometimes try to seek clarification. They don't know if you're with God, you're with the devil. They don't know. All they can do is speculate because they've never seen somebody with the abilities that you have. It's like you saw something before it was about to fall and you moved it out of the way, or you caught it while it was falling and people were watching as this was happening. Or maybe you told somebody, "Hey, when you go home today, like make sure you do this and that." And they just looked at you crazy until it was time to go home and they saw exactly what you were talking about. So people even feel like you have eyes in the walls or like you're watching or stalking them, but they know you're not actually stalking them. They just feel like this energy that they can't classify, and it brings fear. There's also people that fear you because they feel like you are from God and that you are causing judgment in other people's lives, and if you judge people in a certain way, that God will no longer favor them. They also feel like you have a weird connection to the birds, that birds do crazy things when you're around, or sometimes they even feel like you're sending birds to them to watch or surveillance them. But everything is mostly stemming from your brain. Something about your brain is different from other people, and they even feel like you remote view them, or when they talk about you, when they gossip about you, for some reason they feel like you can hear it. Like they start to get paranoid out of nowhere. They don't get those feelings and emotions with anybody else. And every time you're in the room, something weird and inexplicable happens that they don't even know how to verbalize it. So, yes, you are the key. Yes, you do have inner wisdom. Yes, you are an explorer. And you're the type of person that knows yourself so well, the ins and outs. You may not know like 100% of yourself, but you're pretty close to the point where you can even manipulate your own atoms. To the point where when you decide you want something to happen, it actually happens. You may be a grid worker. Your light, it's almost like it replenishes so many people that you would not even be aware of. You're like a tree, your roots run deep. When you're in a bad mood, people can feel it. When there's something wrong with you, people can feel it. They may not like take actions on the thoughts, like something tells them, hey, call the collective, something's wrong. But they know when you elevate and you shift and you get to the next phase of the frequency, people can tell. They can tell just from the eye contact. So, and they can even see you while in the dream state. So you're freaking scary to people. Just because they don't understand what you are. You barely understand what you are. So you can only imagine what other people think, to the point where they're not sure if you're like an entity or a person or God. They don't know. All they can do is speculate. But what they do know is that they are seen to the most extreme levels. They know that they don't know if they can trust you yet, but with time, then they realize that you are trustworthy, that you are a key, that you could get them riches and you could set their bloodline up for the rest of their life. People know that you have the keys. It's like, okay, this person has the knowledge to get me all the money that I need to point me in the right direction, away from confusion and illusions.